And this goes on for a long minute. They're hugging, they're crying, sniffling, and the rest of the family is just like, can I go to my room now? It's time for love after lockup, baby. Christianna and John.
I gotta quit smoking one of these days. No, enough of that thought.
He said he needs to stop vaping one of these days, but not enough of that thought, and continues as he's choking. Yeah. Vapes are not that great. Yes, it's not a cigarette, but it's not that great. Do your research and see what's actually in there, because it is horrible.
Tips from the ER. Vaping. Vaping is the healthiest way to deliver nicotine into your body. Sure. Did you know that way back in the day when cigarettes first came out, they were being advertised as healthy for you? Yeah, it was the easiest way to sell nicotine and make money. Doctors everywhere were going, got a headache? Smoke a cigarette. Stomachache? You should smoke a cigarette. Cough, sore throat? You should definitely smoke some cigarette. It wasn't until 50 years later that people finally started to believe cigarettes could kill. And that's because by then, enough dead bodies had piled up for researchers to cut open and say, hey, look at that. They all died from the same thing. 50 years. Vaping is only 20 years old. Still a baby. Not enough dead bodies to provide any significant data. But I bet you in 30 years there will be.
In any case, Christianna is going back home and she hasn't seen her mom in a long time. Come to find out, John has got a bunch of kids.
I have 8 children.
Christianna. Hi, nice.
So that's his youngest, who is 15.
You.
Is that youngest? I don't know. That's the one that's with him now. He's got 3 children living with him.
My son, Sarah, my oldest daughter at home that's about ready to go off to college.
Nice to finally meet you.
Yeah, you too.
I didn't even know Christianna existed, and then I found out that he was married to her.
Yeah, that's probably never a good sign when people just sneak around and do these very important things without your own child's knowledge. Yeah, that's a sign that you're moving too fast, because that's just not normal.
I've heard so much about you.
I heard a lot about you too.
What do you think is going to come next? You guessed it, the small talk shenanigans.
Yeah, what'd you hear about me?
Good things, good things.
Good. My dad and Christianna have only spent realistically like 3-4 hours in the real world. And
no, might be more. They spent 4 hours now because she's out of prison 4 hours now, and the last time it was another 4 hours or a few days. I don't know. They've spent a lot more in the real world, so she doesn't know about that either, because she stayed in that house. That same house, she stayed there when she was trying to dodge the halfway house people. So I don't know where all these kids were at that point, but yeah, they've spent some days together actually.
Now she's living here with my siblings. I have no idea what my dad is thinking.
Nobody knows.
Is that my daughter, Christianna?
Oh, hi, Mom.
And this goes on for a long minute. They're hugging, they're crying, sniffling, hugging, crying, sniffling, and the rest of the family is just like, can I go to my room now, or am I supposed? Okay, I'll stay here. Just supposed to stay here. Can I say anything? Like, it's so awkward.
I wish that Tara
But ooh, her mommy looked good. She got a little lipstick on.
was here and we could actually live together. My sister.
She wishes her sister was there so they could actually live together. My friend, hello, this is not y'all's house. You know, you can't just be there with your husband and then have her there too. For what reason? Why would she be there? Why would she be with you guys? I'm confused.
My best friend.
She's about to not be your best friend.
10 years.
Then they proceed to have dinner, and she's like, she hasn't had a dinner like this for 10 years. Like, actually sit on the table all decked out with everything. Yeah, she hasn't had that in 10 years. And she goes on and on and on and on about her struggles and her things. And the kids are just like, you know what, kids? You can at least ask them, what grade are they in? What are they doing? Yada, yada, yada. But I don't think these people would have showed that anyway. But still, it just seemed like, and probably the way they edited it, that she came on the table, just started eating, just started talking about herself, and then bounced. You'll get what I mean.
Well, let's be good then, yeah?
Yeah.
Sure.
That looks like some Kentucky Fried Chicken.
I don't know way you can do it too.
I know I can do it. Sitting at this table with the kids, it makes me feel like this is what it could have been like for me. And I missed out. I lost custody of my son when he was 21 months old.
I'm confused. Somebody explain this to me. If that's a son that she's talking about, who is this lady? that cannot be Christianna. She's looking more like Tara there. Is that Christianna? Is it the hair change that is that Christianna? Well, this was a long time ago, but wow.
19 years ago. I was so caught up in the that I didn't know how to come back to reality at that point in my life.
Hey, my friend, just eat the food. Eating the food, crying, telling sob story. I'm sure the whole family's like, Like, if it was just the mom and John, they would care enough to hear this story. But I don't know if this is the time and the place for the first time these kids meeting you to be talking about your whole life and how it's been a mess. Because obviously they're thinking, and we're growing teenagers and we need our dad's money too. You're not gonna come over here and start leeching off of our dad, go to, have him pay for a bunch of stuff. No.
I didn't have no time of sobriety or anything like that, and I guess I just didn't really want it at the time. This time I really want it, you know?
Everybody's just like, okay.
And I think I'm just really exhausted from the day and overwhelmed. So I think I'm gonna probably go down and go to bed.
She talked, nobody said a word, nobody said anything, and now she's like, well, I'm going to bed. And she goes in the bed. Is she really gonna sleep in those prison clothes? Is she not gonna have a shower? Please take showering seriously, you guys. There's no fun in just walking out here all stank. No, don't do that.
Okay, we can venture out.
Yeah.
So now they have a plan to go out to eat.
It's a privacy. I'll sit on this side.
Now, even for me, as somebody who watches this, I am getting flashbacks of seeing Christianna in the restaurant.
The last time I was in a restaurant, I got busted, so we didn't even get to eat.
Lunch menu's on the back cover. We serve the entire menu all day.
Okay.
Something to drink.
Okay.
I can't just tell them the menu.
Yeah, I was. She was just gonna give me an application.
They really did her wrong there. So she went to this restaurant. She was out, but only she had to look for a job. So she could be out in the free world, but she had to look for a job. Otherwise, she was going back to the halfway house. This woman went with John to a restaurant. The first thing she asked is, hey, do you guys have any applications going? The woman was like, sure, I'm going to bring the application sheet to you. Then she's like, blah, 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 menu, what do you guys want to eat and drink? Sure, 2 birds, 1 stone. These halfway house people had been Inspector Gadget in the thing. They had been following her all over the place just to wait for her to slip up just a little bit. And she's there. She's going to eat, but she's also asked for the application. The guy's like, come with me to the halfway house. John couldn't come with her, and she had to leave immediately. She couldn't eat anything. What if she was hungry and she wanted to eat? Like, I really felt bad for her in that instance because she really tried. And it was something that could have been debunked so quickly. He could have asked the woman, what did she ask you before the menu? And she would have said, oh yeah, she asked me for an application. I'm going to get it. There, squashed. And then all you tell her is, look, next time we're very strict. Don't come and eat anywhere. You eat only in your house. Look for the job. Maybe once she has a job, she'll be more free to do whatever she wants to do. But before she has a job, there's no fun time. You need to get a job first. You need to prioritize that first. But there was none of that. There was like, oh no, she gave you an effing menu and this and that. You weren't here for any application. Meanwhile, that same girl could have been on her way to get the application that very minute. So it was terrible. And then when we figure out that they have to pay, what is it, $400 a week or $400 a month, something like that, a ridiculous amount that is not necessary to stay in the halfway house, which is not even conducive to any rehabilitation. Allegedly. Yeah, it's crazy, it's wild, and it's not fair.
But how you been holding up, Mom? Staying with John, like...
There's something that just isn't right with him.
What makes you think that?
How and where is he getting his money from? He's got, 4 different vehicles at the house now. And then he bought the boat with the trailer.
John?
How many people do you even know that have a boat? Maintenance, even once you buy it, that's fine. Maintenance, it's got an engine, it's got a whole bunch of things. That stuff is expensive. You think a car was bad? Boat is worse, and he's got 4 cars anyway.
Double shifts all the time to get his money. I mean, that kind of adds up.
Well, so then I was wondering, so what does he do actually? And they keep showing us all the time, but it depends on whether you take notice to that or not. So first of all, he's 47 and she's 36. So there's quite a bit of age difference there. Doesn't really matter. But anyway, he's a youth service professional. And she's unemployed, which is understandable. She just got out. Youth service professional. What kind of overtime are you doing?
In his past, he had fraudulent charges for writing bad checks. When Tara was in the household, he bought anything and everything for her.
she's saying all this, so now Christianna is going to expect him to buy anything and everything for her too.
They did get real close.
Have you like seen them doing things in the house? They're having sex.
I do not know.
What an awkward conversation. What a horrible thing to have to ask. What a horrible thing to have to ask about your sister. What a horrible thing to have to ask about your sister to your mother on international television. A mess.
You know, I wish I was a fly on the wall.
There's something.
No, I don't think you want to see any of that. Not even those terrible flirtations. Ugh. Ugh.
That makes my sister probably do this to me.
Why?
I slept with her baby daddy.
You know what? Yeah, I'm gone. I don't know what these people are up to. What kind of moral code do these people even have? To be honest, need a moral code. They need to stop tit for tatting, because otherwise, if you did this bad thing and then now she's gonna do a bad thing, you're gonna keep doing bad things, and that's just not the way to go. Two wrongs definitely do not make a right. So I hope they didn't do anything together, but who knows? I thought that maybe Tara was just like this. And now come to find out, it's Christianna that we have to blame. Because she has done something in the past that's making Tara act this way. No.
When you're drunk and you're in the moment, it happens.
Let's blame it on the alcohol. This is what people do all the time. All the time. If you can't hold your own while you drink, you probably shouldn't drink at all. Because you're just going to blame your entire life on that. What if that guy got you preggers and now you'd have your sister's baby daddy would also be your baby daddy? Ugh. The incest of it all. In any case, this wild is crazy. I have nothing more to say. If you're not already part of the family, make sure you hit bump stomp Amazon and subscribe button. Comment because I really want to know what you think, like, because you obviously like this video, and hit the notification bell while you at it. I'll see you in the next video, which will be tomorrow. Daily videos up in here. In the meantime, make time for glorious life. It's time to start what? Living it right. God bless.